In the world of Magic the Gathering, every card tells a story. But this one is a little different. This is Tombstone Stairwell, one of my new favourite cards, and one which was also illustrated by an anonymous artist called Dom. This video is a little different today. I'm not going to be talking about any pop culture reference or any witty comparison. I'm just talking about a really cool card which I like, which one of my friends showed me. And yes, it's another enchantment. All I do is talk about enchantments, but enchantments are cool. Tombstone Stairwell is a 2/2 black enchantment with a cumulative upkeep of 1 and 1 black, which says, at the beginning of each upkeep, if Tombstone Stairwell is on the battlefield, each player creates a 2/2 black zombie creature token with haste named Tombspawn for each creature card in their graveyard. At the beginning of each end step, or when Tombstone Stairwell leaves the battlefield, destroy all tokens created by Tombstone Stairwell. They can't be regenerated. Now, I'm relatively new to Magic still, and I've learned a few things while I was looking into this card more, and the first of which was the World Rule. Tombstone Stairwell has the subtype World, which follows the state-based action called the World Rule, which says that when a World permanent is put on the battlefield, any World permanent that is already on the battlefield are put into their owners' graveyards. I don't think I've literally ever seen another World enchant come out while I've had Tombstone Stairwell on the board, but I think that's pretty cool. I'm not really going to go much into the rules of this card or anything like that. I'm not the rules guy around here, but yeah, this card is pretty old. Speaking of old, this card is also on the reserve list, and thus will never be reprinted. This means that this is the only printing of Tombstone Stairwell, which makes it so hard to find, but I just had to get one for my favorite commander deck. This card goes crazy in a few decks, but particularly my Sir Conrad deck. The goal of my Conrad deck is to mill creatures and fill everyone's graveyards, and ping everyone for damage. It's pretty simple. So during each upkeep, Tombstone Stairwell creates a bunch of 2/2 tokens, which is great, because 99% of the time you always have more creatures in your graveyard than your opponents. So say there's like 15 fresh zombies across the board, because there's 15 creatures in everyone's graveyards. They all die at the end of each upkeep and ping everyone 15 times because of Conrad. This is a massive win con in a deck that cares about graveyards and things dying. And big shout out to my boy Benny for showing me this card, because it's beautiful. And you know what else is beautiful? The art. The surrealist depiction of the spiral staircase is just so pretty, and the soft green tones complement nicely with the eroding tombstone and dirt which the zombies are emerging from. I did a little bit of research to find more about the mysterious Dom who illustrated this card, and I came across something from the most reliable source on the internet, Reddit. Dom, who illustrated 4 different cards in Magic and then completely disappeared, left nothing but their alias at the bottom of these cards. Someone in the comments also claimed to have contacted Suan Haki, who was the art director at Wizards at the time. Their reply stipulated that Dom could have been an art student she met at an event where she would review portfolios, but that's it. No real name, no full portfolio, no websites, just the work inside a little border of a piece of cardboard. Overall, this is a super cool card which I bet not a lot of you have even seen before. If you do find this card in stock and you are lucky enough to grab one, pick one up, because then you never know the next time you're going to build a mono black deck or a zombies deck or something cool, you know. Fuck you, blue players. A lot of this content is really heavily inspired by people like Ristic Studies and Spice 8 Rack, but I'm not remotely as smart as them. If you feel like it, subscribe, give it a like, send it to one of your mates. It really helps me out. I say this all the time, but I really do enjoy making this content, and I hope to make more when I have the time. Magic is such an interesting game, and every format is fun. And the more I find cards that interest me, the more I just want to talk about them and create things. So I hope you enjoyed. Peace.